How to make an ambigram. In this video I'll show you how to make one. Start by selecting a word that you want to make it into an ambigram. Ambigrams are very simple, but you just need to experiment with the fonts. Like here, I just got myself font paper and I reversed the word that I want to write. I chose Phoenix because it's easy. Now you just need to get comfortable with the font that you're choosing to write the word. Certain words have certain kind of vibe to it, and certain words need a certain type of font. And you just need to experiment with different kind of designs that you're going to make with it, like I'm doing here right now. It's very important that you get comfortable with the font because you might need a font paper to see different types of strokes that fit that type of font, and certain type of fonts are very sensitive to certain kind of strokes. If you just miss the stroke, you might even ruin the font themselves. Like here, I just perfected how I want to write the PX inside the Phoenix, and it will take some time. Be patient. It's a long process. If you are already good at it, you might even get an ambigram in just 15 minutes. It took me time to write the NI part, and the O part is very simple because O is in the middle of the word, so you just O is O whether you turn it upside down or not. I combined the H, I and E so that it looks like N, and this is the final draft. After trial and error, I just wrote it with a Pilot parallel pen, and this is what I came up with. The X is not that good, but it's still art, so you have to consider it an art. Then you have to get yourself a nice piece of paper, mark lines, and then you just write how you just wrote in the final draft of it. Just make sure that you do it in a single stroke. If you rotate the paper, it would be a good thing, but since I'm making a video, I'm not rotating the paper at all. And it's better that you have a separate draft on your phone or another paper or something, so that you can compare it and not make mistakes, because once you make a mistake, it's not going to be repairable, because this is an ambigram. It's very sensitive to the different kind of strokes, and if you're not good at mirroring the things that you want to write, it's better that you flip the paper, take a scale and mark dimensions, so that you don't just make the spaces uneven, and when you tilt it, it looks completely odd, like the E that I just wrote here. So if the E was just a little closer to the O, then you would not be able to make that small rotation that makes it a E. And here it was very easy because you know what the next letters are. The first part is the difficult part. The second part is easy because you know what you want to write. So you just have to mirror the things that are there because you already have a reference to it. The X was the most important part of this. You will know which is the important part, which is not an important part, after you start doing it several times. And this is the final show, where you see the magic that you've just created. You just take this thing, tilt it, and you'll realize that whatever you've written is the same. If it's not, you can correct it again. But don't worry, it will take time for you to do it for the first time. Now, after doing this, it's always better that you have some decorations done along with it. It depends on you which type of decorations you want. I'm not good at decorations, that's why you see such shabby work going on. But still, if you're a better decorator, you would be making this even more beautiful. But while you're decorating, just make sure that you don't just do some arbitrary decorations. They should be mirroring themselves, because like the 3 strokes that I just did below the P, it should also match the same decorations that you have done. This is quite tricky if you're not a very good artist, but it would be a better thing that you take a scale and do it. I'm just doing it intuitively because I've done this many times, so I have an idea how the designs are supposed to be there. And if you don't have a good idea of how the designs are supposed to be, you can even go through old manuscripts where they have done beautiful designs. You can refer them. There you go. After you do it, just take a picture of it and post it in different platforms to get likes and views. And whenever you're making lines, make sure you use scale, because if you don't, then it will look ugly, and you don't want anything to look ugly at all. Check me out at Ambigram's Fashion on Facebook, and like, share, and subscribe the video. Thank you.